All right, y'all. That was a tough loss, bro. That was a very Bengal way to lose that game. Um, it's tough, man, because that really was a game that we should have won. I hope that this isn't going to be one of those ones that we look back on throughout the season and say that we should have won that one. So for me, I really was looking forward to Joe Burrow on the end of that drive. Really didn't like the fact that AJ call was called as an offensive pass interference. Fat Randy, as you guys know, you know, pulls his hamstring, misses a field goal that was a chip shot. AJ shouldn't have been called. In my opinion, the AJ thing was a touchdown. Perfect way to end the drive. Joe Burrow, have to give him a lot of credit, came out and balled. Offensive line, got to give them a lot of credit in the second half. Definitely came to play. I just don't see I don't see how the refs make that call on AJ Green. You know, it's just kind of crazy. You know, we saw that happen. Like I tweeted on Twitter, Mike Williams did that twice in the game early on. Was not called. He did it against Darius Phillips. Wasn't called. Tough way to lose the game. But one thing I will say is that this team played a lot better than a lot of people initially thought that they would. Yes, there were missed opportunities in the first half, but that second half they really put it together. There were some missed catches and missed throws. You talk about Joe Burrow to John Ross and AJ Green. Those are some that they wish that they had back, but they still were able. The defense was able to hold at the end and gave the offense another chance to get it in. And to be honest with you, I don't think that the Chargers get as much points and are as effective on the ground on that drive that DJ Reader went out. You saw as soon as DJ Reader came back in, it completely changed. They played a hell of a game. I'm not gonna take this out on anyone because they played a hell of a game. You know, they showed great effort. They came back. It came all the way down to the wire. Obviously, when you make games close like this, the refs can play a factor in it. There were some plays that happened too. You talk about the John Ross play. The Bengals got the snap off before then. I'm not going to be the type of person that wants to cheat to win, though. I'm not a squealer. So even though the Bengals should have got away with one there, it's all good. But to me, this team came out and fought. Joe Burrow, after making a bad mistake, came back and got these guys all the way down. They kept Joey Bosa off the field. Did you see that? With them running the 5 wide, no huddle, they were able to keep Joey Bosa off of the field. I saw a lot of things from them that were really good. But I'm sick. I'm sick with y'all. To lose off of a field goal like that, it just really sucks. Like, if you're going for the win, you might want to go for that touchdown. And I think that it's hard to take it out on – it's not hard to take it out on Fat Randy, but Fat Randy did hit that 50-yarder earlier in the game. So they're not even in the game possibly without Fat Randy. But that was just an awful way to lose the game. I mean, right when we were coming around on Fat Randy, he makes the biggest blow of the game. And, yeah, me personally, I probably would have thrown another pass. But, I mean, thinking that Fat Randy wasn't going to pull his hamstring, they probably thought if he hit 50-yarders and stuff like that, that he was going to get it. But it's just Bengals luck, man. It's Bengals luck. Great drive by Burrow. If I was giving Burrow a grade for this game, his first game, I'm probably going to give him a B+. If he would have had a game winner, I might have given him an A-. But given the fact that he is a rookie and some of the things that I saw him do, I mean, I think that this guy is going to be special, bro. I'm not trying to hype him up or anything. Yes, he made mistakes. Yes, this and that, but I liked what I saw from him. I really did. I really thought that he was about to make a legendary drive there. In my opinion, AJ scored that touchdown, bro. AJ scored that touchdown. Like, that was, I mean, how is that not a touchdown, bro? Goodness. But it is what it is. Jack is saying, I felt like he gave it away. I don't think that was an offensive pass interference, bro. You can't call that at that moment in the game, bro. That was like the perfect ending. Like I was jumping up, like happy. AJ made that catch, bro. Like that push off wasn't enough for me. Like Casey Hayward didn't fall to the ground or anything crazy like that. But it is what it is. If they want to call it like that, it is what it is. Man, defense. I don't want to just talk about the bad. Defense played a hell of a game. Secondary, have to give it to William Jackson III. Shut down Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen didn't really do much this game. Jesse Bates, another guy, really did a lot this game. I really enjoyed watching this secondary. DJ Reader is okay. He just cramped up. He's back. He went out with some cramps. Really liked what I saw from him. You also have to remember that Geno Atkins didn't play in this game. For that to happen, for Trey Waynes not to play, this defense played a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Offensive line. You guys saw me in the first half. I was going off on Bobby Hart. I have to give it to him. I don't know if it had to do with Joey Bosa switching sides. Offensive line played their butt off second half. Burrow was able to stand in the pocket, come up and make plays. It looked definitely like what we talked about in the first half, where the offensive line at the first half of the season versus the offensive line in the second half of the season, it seemed like there were two different offensive lines in the first half and in the second half. They really tightened up in that second half after giving up 3 sacks. The Bengals offense was able to move and grind. There was a fumble by Mixon as well. There were so many things that happened in this game outside of just the Fat Randy play to really just put it on that. There were a lot of plays that happened, but we were still in this game. So, and then the Joe Burrow interception as well. So like when we say that, when we look at the game overall, this was a winnable game. Yes, the Bengals should have and could have won this game, but we've got to get back onto week 2. We've got a game against the Browns coming up. I think that's definitely a winnable game, especially with the performance that we had today. We should be hungry. I was impressed by Burrow. I was really impressed for sure throughout this game. You talk about the tight ends coming up huge. You talk about Tyler Boyd coming up in the clutch. The John Ross plays. I know some people hate on John Ross, but he did make some plays when it mattered. But I think that the future is definitely bright. I don't know what this Randy Bullock quote-unquote injury means, but it is what it is. So I would have liked to have seen Zach, manage those timeouts a little bit better, but they still did it. I also didn't like the fact that the Chargers players were sitting on our players, keeping them down so that the time would run out. Like, none of that. I don't know how you combat against that, but it was obviously happening. You also talk about Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas made some big plays there at the end. I liked the rotation at the wide receiver position. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to go live with Zim so we can get a post game thing going. I need to call him. I'm pretty sure he's going live. But overall, although this was a heartbreaking loss, it was definitely good to see that the Bengals will be better. I don't think that this team is gonna be a 2-win team again. Like, it's obvious that they have talent. It's obvious that certain aspects of the team have improved, and we'll have to see. But as usual, I will leave you guys with a who day, all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.